Today we're going to learn about proportional relationships. Y'all are going to like this because it's easy. So let's go over what we already know. In y equals mx plus b, y'all should write that down. The m is the what? The slope. We're just going to say slope for today, but yes, rate is also another word for it. And the b is the y-intercept. Today we're only going to focus on proportional equations. To be proportional, this part of the equation right here is going to be missing. So to be proportional, write this down. Proportional will not have a plus b. So it just won't be there because it's really zero when it's proportional. All right, so the whole point of today's lesson is so that you can say, yes, something's proportional, or no, it's not. What's the point of today's lesson? To say, y'all aren't paying attention. Yes, it's proportional, or what? Or no, it's not. So you're going to be able to look at an equation, a graph, a table, or a situation and say, yes, it's proportional, or... So I'm going to teach you how to see if it's proportional. That's the whole point of today. So in an equation, there will be no plus b. That's it. No plus b. So look at this equation. Y equals a number times x. Is there a plus b? So it's proportional. It's that easy. Any equation, as long as it's y equals a number times x. Are y'all good? This number right here is still the what? Still the slope. All right, so I'm going to ask y'all and y'all are going to answer me. How do you know if equation is proportional? A number times x. So what can it not have? A plus b. Everybody good? All right. How do you know if a graph is proportional? Y'all ready for how easy this is? It must pass through 0, 0. That's the easiest one to see. To be a proportional graph, what must it be? Passing through 0. That's it. It better pass through 0. So if it passes through like this, so I'm going to show y'all one. There's the x-axis, there's the y-axis. Would this be proportional? No. Because it's not passing through, and 0's right there, where the x and y-axis meet. Everybody good? Yes. Super easy. All right. To be a proportional table, there's two ways you can tell if it's proportional. The first way, guys, think about this. What does it have to pass through on a graph? 0, 0. So on a table, if you see 0, 0, it's passing through 0, right? So if it has 0, it must be 0, 0, because that means it passes through 0, 0. Write it down. The last way to tell if it's proportional is you can divide y over x and you will get a constant answer for the whole table if it's proportional. You can divide in your calculator. So everybody look at this table. First of all, it had 0, 0, so we know it's proportional. But pretend it did not have 0, 0. And let's see. These are the x's. These are the what? So everybody look. 6 over 2. What's 6 divided by 2? Put it in your calculator if you don't know it. 3. So if this is a proportional table, then 12 divided by 4 also has to give me 3. And 12 divided by 4 is 3. And 18 divided by 6 is also 3. Y'all want to know how else you can see if it's proportional? You could put it in stat and see if the y-intercept's 0. You'll see what I'm saying? Like you could literally go put it in stat. The slope will be 3, but the y-intercept would be 0. So you could use stat. All right, and in a situation, you can't have a plus b. So if I say Ben rents a hotel room for $85 per night, how would you write that equation? Do you see how there's no plus b? This is proportional because there's no plus b. Do y'all think this is easy? All right, let's go over what we just learned. In an equation, to be proportional, there cannot be a plus b. On a graph, all you have to do is check to make sure it passes through.
0.
And on a table, if it has 0, it must be 0, 0. And when you divide, you'll get the same number. That's it. So let's do some examples together, and then you'll get your assignment. Look how easy number 1 is. It says, which of these equations shows a proportional relationship? So you're looking for the equation that does not have a plus b. So let's look at F. Y equals negative 1/3 x. Is there a plus b over here?
No.
So it's proportional. Why is G not good? It has a plus b. Why is H not good? It has a plus b. Why is J not good? It has a minus b, which is the same thing as a plus b. Easy? All right, look at the tables. It says which table is proportional. What's the first thing I said check for? If it has a 0, it must be. So it obviously has to be that answer. But I still would check it and make sure when I divide I get the same answer. So look, what's 5 divided by 1? 5. What's 10 divided by 2? 5. Did I get the same answer?
Yes.
So it's proportional. Look at why this one's not. 7 divided by 2 is 3.5, and 9 divided by 3 is 3. Do you see how those are not the same answer? So it's not proportional. All right, go to this example. It says, which equation best represents this table? What did I teach y'all about tables in your calculator?
Stat.
You can use stat, so let's go put it in stat. So I put in 3 and 36 and 5 and 60. So everybody look and make sure you put the x's in L1. So 3 and 5, 36 and 60. So stat calc option 4. So what's the answer? Y equals 12x. Why is it proportional? Because the b is, it doesn't really have a b. It's a 0. So y equals 12x. Now I want y'all to stop and look. On the assignment, they're going to try to confuse you, and they're going to make it look like this. Is this the same thing as this? Yes, they just wrote it backwards. Y equals 12x. Do y'all see how it's the same?
Yes.
All right, here's the last one. They're going to give you 2 numbers and ask you to write an equation. All you have to do is divide. Write this down so you know how to do it on your assignment. Y has to go on top. X has to go on bottom. So they gave me 2 numbers, 310 and 8, and I don't know which number goes on top until I read. Right here it says let X be the number of, so which one of these numbers is gallons? So that's your X. So 310 is your Y, 8 is your X, and all you got to do is divide. So I go to my calculator, 310 divided by 8 is, that means my equation is Y equals 38.75x. So the answer is C. Could I also write it backwards and put 38.75x equals Y? Yes, one of your answers on your assignment will be written backwards. Easy, yes? All right, I'll post the assignment right now.